Good day and welcome. First of all, thank you for all the love, shares and support on my first video. My goal was to get around the same views as I have followers, but instead I got like 4,500 views. So thank you, I'm very grateful, thank you. This is going to be my first informational video. For those of you interested for why I was gone for so long, it was because I suffered a terrible injury. This video is about how I severely hurt my shoulder and more importantly, how I recovered from this injury. On December 7th of 2022, during my handstand push-up practice, I snapped through the range of motion from my shoulder. I was doing this exercise called parallel belly to wall handstand push-up. It is a pretty advanced exercise and I kind of overestimated what my shoulder could handle that day. After the accident happened that day, I quit my training and the next day I tried to do a simple bike push-up and I just collapsed totally. It was extremely painful. So yeah, there I was on my knees, a bit uncomfortable to say the least. And yeah, that was it. I was hurt. I was officially hurt. Now I can talk about what happened before and during and after, but instead I'm just gonna give a quick information video and I'm gonna explain the 5 mistakes I made and the 5 things I implemented to recover from my injury. Right now, my shoulders feel a lot more comfortable and healthy, and I finally have the confidence again to train hard. So get your pen, paper, notes or Word document, whatever you want to use, ready and take notes from this video. It might save you a lot of pain. Let's jump straight into the video. Let's start with the 5 biggest mistakes that I made. Number 1, training too hard, too often. Now let's make it clear. I love training hard. It really gets you into the moment and you don't think about anything else besides the challenge you are facing. I do not think about whatever situation is happening beyond my training. All I think about is completing the rep and the set. Where it becomes a problem though is when we do it a bit too much. And if we do it too often, it might become a problem. So I was doing about 3 push trainings a week. Every session I was at least doing 15 hard, high effort sets. I was always sore when I trained. When I was starting my 3rd session, I was still sore from the 1st session, and yeah, that's not how it should go. For some of you out there it might be normal, and I would love to train this way without getting injured, but to me it didn't really work out at the end. So for some of us out there, we might need to calm down just a little bit. Second mistake, only training for strength. I was so focused on my strength goals that I got totally blind for what physical exercise really should look like. I was only doing hard, heavy, deep range of motion, high effort sets. Sometimes even sacrificing the form to smash a PR, neglecting all technique. I was only doing low reps. Everything above 5 reps was cardio. And cardio is a waste of time. It wastes my energy and I only need to be focused on generating as much force as possible. Well, turns out, training is a little bit more than only pushing yourself to your absolute limits. Just focusing on pushing in front of you and pushing above you is a little too little. Your body has a lot of range of motion. We need to practice all of these, at least more than just in front and above you. If you do not do this, you might get a bit stiff. And your muscles do not like this, especially when doing this for a long time. Third mistake, only listening to my ego. The moment my injury happened was not the first time I felt discomfort in my shoulder. I actually felt pain in my shoulder every week, but I was so close to getting more and more and more personal records. And the strength goals I had for so long were finally becoming reality. So why would I stop pushing myself? Even during warm-ups, I was doing 2 sets way too heavy. That was no warm-up. My schedule told me that it was PR day, so I was going to set a PR. Let's forget about the pain I'm feeling and just push through it. Well, big mistake. If you do not listen to your body, I wish you good luck in the future, my friend. If there are serious signs something is off, you might need to listen. Number 4, not accepting help earlier. Another mistake I made was that I refused help. I was thinking, I'm so smart. I've been doing this for 5 years. I've been helping dozens of people. I can help myself. Well, turns out we are not experts on all fronts. We might have a bit of knowledge, but some people just understand some problems a little bit better than you. Thinking you know it all is a dangerous and delusional mindset. You do not need to do everything on your own. It took me a period of self-recovering, then re-injuring myself, and repeat this cycle 3 times before actually getting the help I needed. Do not wait. Talk to someone you trust. Ask for advice. It will not hurt your pride. In fact, it might help you become smarter and a stronger individual at the end. Mistake number 5, being overconfident. Okay, so now I have balanced my training. I practice higher rep range. I practice lower rep range. I practice different range of motions. I listen to my body. I have asked for help. I have listened to the advice. The pain I'm feeling is becoming a lot less. Let's do something very heavy out of the blue. Let's do a bent arm press on high bar. Keep in mind, I haven't done this in months. Let's do something I did at the peak of my strength before like actually building up. Big mistake. I was overconfident. And instead of properly building up, I forced a move and again, re-injuring myself. Now I am 12 months into my injury and I am experiencing the same week as week 1. Like, how stupid. Something really needed to change, and that is why I made a system for myself in order to properly recover and build up my strength level again. I've decided to implement all the knowledge I knew and listen carefully. So what are the 5 things I've implemented into my personal system? Number 1, I perform proper warm-ups. I used to just want to train and put in the work and not waste time. If I would now translate this, I only wanted to do the fancy things and I was too lazy to actually properly exercise. Right now, I spent 5 to 10 minutes of doing a warm-up. Nothing special, honestly. I'm not warming up for half an hour, although you could do this, but the most important thing is I don't do a 1-minute warm-up. You know, like the meme warmers where you like spastically shake your wrist and sort of do stretches like these, even though those work, but doing them for like 10 seconds doesn't really do anything. Especially before you go into a heavy session, that is not the smartest idea. Doing a quick full body stretch or mobility routine before you start, or slowly building up the effort at which you perform your sets. So let's say your PR is 20 push-ups. Let's not start with 18 push-ups, but do like 2 or 3, warm up your shoulders a bit. Just do something to get the body flowing. Your body will be able to perform better anyways if you properly warm up. Number 2, I work with a pain system. This I learned from a friend of mine, Yannick. Now Yannick is a beast, an intellectual. He's a class act and performs at a higher level and understands the game a bit better than some of us. He is a physiotherapist and taught me a pain system that I can use. This helps you with setting a limit as to when you will actually like stop the training and move on to a different exercise, for example. Now this all depends on your pain tolerance, of course, but let's say like a quick bump on the bicep is like a 1 and like a bit of a hard pinch to someone is like a 3. If you are experiencing a 2 or 3 out of 10 in terms of pain during a range of motion, you need to stop the exercise. Whether you are doing a push-up, a pull-up, dip or bench press, it doesn't matter. When you go through a range of motion, you're not supposed to feel pain. This is your body signaling something and you might need to listen. I listen. If I feel discomfort, I stop. I couldn't care less, honestly. I've been through pain and I don't want it again. The method doesn't work. Going through pain while working out doesn't work. You need to stop. You want to feel a burning sensation. That is different to pain. Even Tom Platz, who is an actual madman in terms of high effort sets, does not go through pain. It is different. So create this pain system and apply it, please. Number 3, I practice full body mobility. Now in all honesty, I have been doing this for only 3 months seriously. Pronunciations, okay, it's hard. I am still pretty stiff in my opinion, but it's a lot better than it used to be. For me, this was a whole different dimension of training. I never did this besides like touching my toes, and I didn't even take that seriously. I am now making consistent gains with my mobility and my body is really appreciating it. For shoulders specifically, I do handstands to open up my shoulders, back bridge, hanging on the bar, hanging on one arm, performing snow angels. I don't know what this exercise is called actually. Hugging myself for some self-love. And this classic, which I also don't know the name of. So yeah, this is just for shoulders alone. The body has a lot of range of motion that you need to be practicing. Out of all the tips, this one helped me the most. It helped me tremendously actually. Number 3. I perform 3 rotator cuff exercises. This is to strengthen the shoulder, covering even more range of motion. With these 3 exercises we work on the infraspinatus and the subscapularis, which are very important muscles that give stabilization and provide more support with internal and external rotation. Like I said, I use 3 exercises. I do these exercises at least 1 time a week. First exercise is a dumbbell external shoulder vertical lift or raise. Yeah, it's kind of a strange name. Again, I don't know what else to call it. Have your shoulders down, not up like this. Have a slight angle in front of you and move the dumbbell up and down. Try to really get into the stretch at the top and at the bottom. It does not matter much whether your elbow is high or a bit lower. Definitely try both. The important thing with this exercise is that you do the movement from your shoulder. Don't lean back or use momentum. Be focused on the rotation and keep a straight posture. Don't be like this or this. For the second exercise, let's call this internal shoulder horizontal rotations. Lay on your side, get a tennis ball or any other object. I use a juggling ball for example, and have a small range of motion where you go just below and above parallel. Feel a burn developing in the back of your shoulder. It might feel awkward, but a lot is happening in your shoulder in terms of activation and conditioning. So try this exercise. The last exercise, I call these bent arm Victorian raises. Name doesn't really matter. If you have a bench, that is great, but you are also able to perform this while standing or while laying down. Have your arm in a 45-degree angle and bend arms so your forearms are parallel to your body. With controlled movement and purely from your shoulder, move the weight, or even just with your own body weight, from in front of you to behind you. This will take some motor skills. So be sure to film yourself and practice this movement. All these exercises can be done 1 for 1, or do a superset where you do everything back to back to back and repeat it for 2 rounds. Doing this for not even 15 minutes a week can drastically improve your shoulder health. If you suffer from an actual injury, I recommend doing this 2 times a week if the pain allows it. Number 5, I listen to my body. The 5th thing I do is I listen to my body. I do not care if I am repeating myself. I want you to really understand this one. If your body is giving you signals that something is off, you might need to listen. You need to take it seriously. Acting like an undisciplined child who doesn't listen will get into trouble. But in this case, there is no parent around. So your body will be the one who's going to punish you. And if you behave badly enough, it will punish you good. Karmic debt will make sure that the one who does not behave properly will get a negative response eventually. So if your consciousness is trying to tell you something, you might need to listen. Do further research before trying again and again. I'm talking to myself currently. This helped me a lot. Right now I'm treating my body with respect, which it deserves. We need to study our problems and act accordingly. This will help us reach new levels. Our body is not invincible. It needs to be treated with care, love and respect. Mess around and find out. Sometimes we just need to calm down and rest. Especially for you hardcore men and women out there, it is okay to not be in max gear 24/7. Knowing when to rest is an important skill to have. There is more in life than working out, and there is enough to do in order for you not to be bored. Working out is awesome. I love it. But there is a time and place for it. And when we work out, we just need to be a little more conscious. All of the information given in this video combined has helped me recover. It helped me get back to my old level, and right now I'm even surpassing it. I'm doing good. Don't worry about me. Worry about your own system. Take a good look at it. See what you can improve. That was it for this video. I want to thank you for watching this. Hopefully you got something out of this. My next 9 videos, making this a 10-part series, will be about basic exercises, 3 skills to learn and practice, and how to create a system plus lifestyle in order for you to make more progress. These 10 videos combined will be season 1 of Optimal Physicality. I'm excited to create this and share with you people. Be on the lookout, and I will see you next time. Take care. Thank you.